Well, it's pretty windy here in where I'm at here. I'm still here hunkered down in Louisiana in Bossier. And I don't know if you can see the grate over there. That grate, that just, the wind is so strong, it knocked the whole 3-panel grate down. Yeah. It's a cold, hard wind that makes it feel colder than it really is. Even to see the wind going across the puddles. Probably doesn't help that I'm right at an open field. I'll show you that. Here. Yeah, the field out here. I do have my generator on, as you could hear. Let's see the screen. I have my generator on, but even the grass blades, you know. I'm glad that the sun did come out a little bit, so I'm hoping that it charges up keeps my batteries in the van charged up in case I have to plug the camper into the van. But right now, the only reason I would plug the camper in the van so that I had heat. I'm running low on propane because I've been using a lot of heat, having to run the heat. So I do have this little space heater right now. Instead of using propane, that's keeping us warm. Managing my resources. Right now it's a mess. Danny's all snuggled up in the blanket here. She was outside, she did her business, but hey, is it cold outside?
It's flippin' freezing out there, Mom. It's flippin' freezing out there, Mom. I have my sweater on, but now, crazy weather. Let's go to Florida.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
All the humidity in the air, the dry air. I haven't had humidity yet. That's the wind on my vent outside. I need to close off this vent when I turn off the stove. I'll put something in there to close it off so that I don't get that cold air coming in. I'm glad the sun is shining though. Coming in the window because it warms things up. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this nice hot coffee. Why do we subject ourselves to living like this? You ask. Well, as a retiree, once you retire, you're stuck sitting in your house because you can't afford to do anything. I don't want to be that person. I didn't want to retire after working 2 jobs my whole life and not be able just to survive because women's income is much less than a man's in many cases, and raise a child. I just didn't want to have to sit in a house and be a shut-in in a cold climate like Illinois or any other Midwestern state, or not be able to afford air conditioning in a hot climate like Nevada or Florida or Arizona. I didn't want to be that shut-in. I did not want to be that person. This is exciting. It's a struggle many times, but I feel good about the struggle because it just shows me how strong I am. And it shows me how great my God is, that I'm able to travel all over the United States and see some of the things I'd never be able to afford to see if I had not gotten in a camper and taken my show on the road. That's my answer for me. And God provides for me every single day. There's lessons I learn. It's not all rainbows and lollipops. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, da-da-da-da. It's not. I don't think anything worthwhile comes easy, at least not in my life. So what am I doing while I'm sitting here in the middle of nowhere in a parking lot, shut in all by myself, without any of my nomad friends, and it's cold? Well, I have the generator going, as I mentioned. So what I'm doing is I'm charging my 2 Bluettis. And while the generator's going, it's charging my house batteries, my 2 12 volts, which are going to keep my refrigerator going and will keep my heater going. But I'm kind of low on propane, so these Bluettis will keep my electric blanket keeping me warm tonight, should I, because I'm probably going to have to stay another night because the wind's really hard. So what I'm doing is I'm charging my Bluettis, and this one is at 95%. It said it's only got like a 1/10 of an hour left to get up to 100%, but I'm good with that because I want to go. I have my watch plugged in. It's all charged over there. And my earpods are, yep, they're green. It's green. They're all charged. So when I'm driving, if I need the earpods. So I'm going to unplug that. And because when my generator's on, I get to use, it's just like having shore power. So now I'm going to plug in one-handedly. I'm trying not to use my left hand that I recently fractured. Duh, it's upside down. So, because it's been very sore with this cold weather, I think I probably got arthritis in it now. Duh. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be, it's only at 15%. That's what I like about Bluetti, is it tells you here, and this is not a video for Bluetti because, but I have in the past done videos for Bluetti, but I just want to tell you why I like this Bluetti or Bluetti power stations, is that it tells you how much time you could use it. So once it's fully charged, it'll tell me how many hours based on how many watts that I'm using under output. Right now I don't have any output, but my generator's giving me 259 watts input, so that's really good. And it'll charge this up, and I'm working off of a UPS, which means a universal power source, and the universal power source is my shore power through my rig. Okay, it's through my rig, but through the converter. But the thing of it is that's all being run off my generator. So that's working. We'll get these charged up. This way I will have power for tonight to keep my blanket plugged in. And I still have some propane because I did cook on the stove today for lunch, for breakfast, brunch, whatever you want to call it. And I'm happy about that. So I might be able to, I could make it through the night, I'm hoping. The sun is out. It's charging my solar on the van. Even though it's cold, I'm getting some solar charge. So I have alternate methods, alternate power sources to survive out here boondocking. I can use my Blue Eddies for my blankets and charge my phone to keep in communication, you know, but I also can plug my camper into the van on those batteries and using that inverter to maintain power in the RV. If I need to run electric in here, whether it be to cook, keep my 12-volt refrigerator going. It's so cold out. I think I could shut my refrigerator off and it wouldn't be a problem. You know, as long as I didn't open the door, I'd be good for a good 8 hours or more. But I need that power to, you know, to run the pump, to flush the toilet, you know, or to use the water in the sink, which I am limiting that also because I am down to 1/3 of a tank of water, which I basically only travel with a small amount of water just so that I have enough to flush. Because water, as I said in my previous video is weight 8.32 pounds that you got to pull with your car, your truck, your van, whatever you're towing your vehicle with. Or if you have a motorhome, you're pulling that water, that weight down the road. So I got a little mess in here right now. I'm just trying to stay warm, Danny and I. We're gonna sit and we're gonna stay wrapped up in our blanket. And I got my TV plugged in, so I'm able to watch TV. Last night I watched TV, plug it into my Blue Eddy. I will say that this 400-watt heater is not giving out as much heat as the other one that I had. It is keeping me taking the chill out. And it has a feature so that if it falls over, it turns off. See? And then the light goes on. You can even hear the change in the generator. So when it falls over, the light on the little button goes off. Okay, so here's where I am. There's the Margaritaville, and there's the outdoor world. And way over, I mean, I wish you could see the real pretty bridge that lights up from here. There's a beautiful bridge, and it lights up at night. Maybe you'll be able to see it later. It's right, I think it's right there. Let's see if I can see it. I think that's the bridge right there that lights up, and it's gorgeous at night. And this is in Bossier. It's actually on the other side of Shreveport. And here is my rig right there. There's Shooting Star 3.0. Shooting Star 3.0. Generator's not too bad. And I see this other lady here in the Four Winds. I saw her walking her dog, but nobody's coming out except for to walk the dog. That's how windy it is and how cold it is. Danny's got her Christmas sweater on. Yeah, it's windy. It's blowing me over. The wind is so strong. Oh, I can be like, there it is as I get a closer view up in here. I mean, it just boom. And now you might not think that's very big, but it is. It's big. It's a big deal to me. I don't know. I have company. Well, gee, who owns that 4x4 dually pick-em-up truck? Anybody guessing? Before he turns around, it's Billy. Billy from Strong's Adventure. Thank you, Rhonda, for sending your husband to help me. It saved me from unhitching and having to leave here. The wind is so strong. Am I right or wrong? Or am I exaggerating?
You're not exaggerating. About blew the roof off the building I'm working in.
You almost fell off the roof?
No, it about blew the roof off.
Oh, blew the roof off.
Because they were putting some sheeting up there.
Oh my gosh, they couldn't do the roof anymore. So I appreciate Billy coming and help me. Thanks, Rhonda. I gotta thank Rhonda. Oh, that's underneath my hood. It came right through, and there's nothing in there, is it?
I don't hear nothing.
Any loose thing in it? Yeah, there's no particle in it. That's okay. I saw it roll off. Whatever it was white. It rolled off. Thanks, Billy. And thanks to Rhonda. Thanks for rescuing me and bringing me some gasoline to keep my generator going all night long. Keep me warm so I can use my space heater. I'm so grateful for him. It's hard to say goodbye to friends. So good to see Billy.